Hello, welcome back guys, it's Maverick here today with another episode of Spy Family. So, last episode we got our first day of school for Anya and also her first demerit, right? Apparently they're calling them like bolts, I believe was the word they use, and then if you get a merit, right, if you do some good stuff, you get stars. So now we have like a tracking system in place to see how far away we are from our objectives, which clarifies the things for a lot of us, right, and also gives the characters a clear objective for what they're trying to achieve in the upcoming few episodes. So this one, this episode is probably going to be like the first real day of school, when we get to see the different classmates, the different classes and whatnot. And as I mentioned many times before, I'm interested to see how exactly the dynamic plays out between the three of our main characters, right? Like Yoru, she has her job. Lloyd, like, what is he going to be doing during the daytime and whatnot? Well, let's just get into it and find out. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And certainly they all got a little bit depressed by the bolt last episode, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. Stella. Ooh, an omelet. Yeah, get rid of Plan B. Although, like I said in the last episode, I'm not entirely convinced that Damien and Anya are going to be like enemies forever, right? Especially since they're just kids. So we'll have to see. All right. Why is Lloyd eating alone, though? I see. Oh, is it actually school time right now? That's also a possibility. Peanuts みたいに。Well, I gotta say, like, this... Yeah, official Higedandism, but... I don't know. Do you guys really feel like this opening is iconic for the series? I mean, don't get me wrong, like Dandism, Higedan, they are super popular. It's just... I don't know. I don't really have a strong association with this song and the opening and Spy Family overall. Am I the only one that feels this way? Ah, the target's second son. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Aww. Yep. First extra day of school. Of course, like that's a much better attitude to have in life. No use crying over spilled milk. Huh. An actual school bus. How about that? Actually, that's Does Europe have the same school buses, like these kind of yellow school buses, as the US? I've always thought that they didn't really have that. I thought this was a distinctly American thing. I mean, what do I know? Like, I've never been to school in Europe. Oh, although you would. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, with all these prestigious people in this college, and a lot of them are like high-ranking official, like children of high-ranking officials as well. I wouldn't have expected them to go to school on a school bus. Yeah. And hey, she made her first friend. Oh, it's these three. Yeah, why do I? Oh, of course, because Lloyd doesn't actually have a job, so these. Yeah, he's just in the background. No. I have a feeling it's just gonna get worse. But again, Damien doesn't really give me the impression that he's going to be like a long-term antagonist for everything. Yay, first friend. I don't wouldn't really translate that as Mr. Damien. He clearly still called him Kun. So all right, first class done. Wait, seriously, learning the Pythagorean theorem? Like, what are they? They're literally like in first grade, right? Oh. Oh my god. But then John, jeez, this is certainly getting to be excessive. Yeah, they're getting some pretty intense lessons considering they're just like first graders. Damn, look at that menu. I don't think that's. Is this gonna turn into a duel? Oh. Okay. Did he get attracted to her? That's, I've always had, that's why last episode I kind of had this, like, Damien's, his entire character design just doesn't speak long-term antagonist to me. Oh my god. Okay, how is this going to end? Aww, look at her, she's so cute. Oh, what does Lloyd have to think about this situation? Just go back to plan A. Oh, Poor Becky. Oh, it's two. Blah, 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 blah. No, but she doesn't know. Oh my god. What the hell? Oh, this is the first time we've seen Yuri. Or no, it's Chow. Aw, look at young young Yoru. Mm, those cookies look nice. I do think like they probably are learning much more advanced stuff than you would normally learn in like your first grade. Hey, she gave you 100 points as well. His pride as a spy is on the line. Just when studying alone? Yeah. That's funny. Aw. Man. Ending on such a wholesome note. That's unfair. Yeah, that's a good question, right? Because Lloyd... We don't really know about Lloyd's background, actually. Well, anyways, see you guys after this. Okay, actually, there's a little bit more after the ending. Let's watch this together in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, that's Yuri. Dominic. Oh. 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 That's funny. Alright, I'll see you guys after this. Oh man, and we were ending on such a wholesome note as well, right? Hitting you right in the feels and everything, and yet at the very end, it seems that we are going to be getting ourselves into a ridiculous situation once again. So Yoru's brother has learned of her sister's marriage review, and from what we've seen so far, I feel like Yuri, right? That's his name, right? Yuri is definitely a siscon, right? He definitely loves his sister very much. I foresee some pretty big like jealousy and snooping around in the future by Yuri towards Lloyd and their supposed like marriage and whatnot. Although actually thinking about it, I'm not quite sure if Yoru is going to continue the pretense, like the marriage pretense with Yuri, like because technically she said that in order to sort of like Yoru said that because she wanted to get away from suspicion from her coworkers, right? But she doesn't really need to hide this from her brother, right? So actually, or hey, could it be a case where Yuri actually knows about Yoru's real job? I am curious about that. But I do kind of feel like with the ending here, right, and making such a big deal out of the shock and of everything, I kind of feel like Yuri probably doesn't know about this, and I don't know. In order to make things more interesting, I feel like Yuri will probably still continue to keep up this facade in front of Yuri, in which case, things are gonna get really interesting and spicy in the next one, right? So we'll just have to look forward to that. Beyond that, though, school, like, what did I say? I had this sneaking suspicion that Damien wasn't going to be a long-term antagonist, just because, I don't know, the way that he speaks, the way that his character design is, it just doesn't scream like villain, right? Like, I'm sure he has, he came in all arrogant and pompous and whatnot, and he has his lackeys around him and so on and so forth, but I don't know, he just never seemed to me like someone who's going to be a long-term, like, antagonist towards Anya, and not to mention the fact that he is, just a child and whatnot, and so, especially with this episode, that pretty much confirms it. Like, I don't think it's going to necessarily make Anya's life any easier, especially since, of course, Damien still has that pride with him and whatnot, but at the same time, I don't really, how can I put this? It's not really surprising to me that we went down this road, is what I'm saying here. So, not to mention, this is going to bring a lot more comedy in the future as well, once we get to some other stuff, and we'll see, right? Is Damien going to try and get himself into more situations with Anya in order to stay closer to her? Of course, always forcibly, and definitely not under the pretense of liking her or whatnot. I don't know. It's just a very interesting development. Let's put it that way, and it's bound to be good for shits and giggles in the future as well. Beyond that, school life, so I guess that pretty much answers things. Yoru is going to go to her job, whereas Lloyd is going to keep an eye on Anya during the school days. I guess that's probably the most logical conclusion as well, and certainly Lloyd has found himself capable of infiltrating into school and being beside Anya here. Not too much else to add in regards to the school, although they are certainly learning some very, very advanced topics considering their age and so on and so forth. So, all things considered, it's probably going to be really hard for Anya to really excel at her grades or whatnot. I would think she would still need to rely on her psychic abilities a lot of the time. Although, saying that, I mean, the rest of them certainly probably got in here with their scores as well, right? So, clearly, unless there's like some sort of backdoor way that they could buy themselves directly into the school, maybe it's to be expected that they are able to do things or solve problems like that. I just feel like it's super advanced for someone who's in like first grade or something. But we'll see about that. And finally, I guess there's not really too much else to add. We had this wholesome ending here. We had this entire heart-to-heart spiel with Lloyd and Yoru and Anya. What can you say about it, right? It's just wholesome. Although I did want to also comment a little bit more on in terms of like Yoru also really fitting into the mother role as well, Lloyd fitting into the father role. I do kind of wonder like when we are actually going to get some more like interactions between Lloyd and Yoru as well. I'm sure that's also bound to happen sooner or later. There's love will definitely blossom between these two. Not just parental love, but from them towards Anya and vice versa, but also between those two as well. And maybe next episode would be a good catalyst for that. We'll have to see, right? Because certainly that's why I'm very happy with this development of Yuri like finding things out, and we can get ourselves into some ridiculous situations, right? Because if they are going to continue to maintain the pretense of marriage and whatnot, I'm sure for Yoru he's going to be much more concentrated on whether or not Lloyd and Yoru actually love each other and their relationship with each other, more so than anything regarding Anya, right? So, well, let's just hope for the best, and I'm sure it's going to be lots of fun in the future ones. I'll leave it at that. So, thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time.